Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try it for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another introduction slash review of a fragrance that is very underrated. Just almost nobody talks about it, and it's from a brand or a house that is very dear to me, and that is the house of Jacques Bogart. House of Jacques Bogart and the house of Toiletterian. These are two sister companies from Paris, from France, and they make fragrances that are very good value for money. They are very bold, big, artistic, and also huge in terms of personality, in terms of performance, and the value for what you get and what you pay is always great with them. So this one in particular, I unboxed and reviewed many of their fragrances, both Jacques Bogart and Toiletterian, for a good reason, because at least for me, for my age, for my taste, for my experience, they are one of the best from the French industry in terms of ratio for what you pay and what you get. So this one in particular called Jacques Bogart, and this is a red story. Jacques Bogart story red. As you can see, it's a very nice bottle. Is color obviously because it said story red is red. It's Eau de Toilette, 100 ml. In United Kingdom you can find it around £30 or so. For that price, this is a bargain. So this one, first thing first, the performance is excellent, as majority of their fragrances are from the house of Jacques Bogart and Toiletterian. On my skin goes easily over 8 hours, on t-shirt goes easily over 10 hours, and that is understatement because on me actually goes much longer, but just to be on the safe side I would say 8 hours on the skin, 10 hours on t-shirt. This bottle in front of me is about 4 or 5 years old, so I'm not sure about the newer version. If you have the newer version, let us know your experience. If you have the older version, if you have in between. But for my experience, majority of the fragrances are beast mode, and they are very big, and they are very strong and long lasting, and this one is no exception. In terms of projection, I get an arm length of projection for 3 to 4 hours, and after that slowly subside, but you always have a big bubble, big cloud, and a big trail. I don't dare to put more than 5 sprays of this beauty because, as I said, it's very strong and you choke yourself and others. If you want to go outside and people smell you from the other side of the road, probably you need to go a little bit more, but obviously it's better to experiment. If you are interested and you're going to buy this fragrance, when you get to experiment, start with 2-3 sprays and take it from there. So in terms of age, this is 25 and up to be in the safe side. Although the DNA in here is quite friendly, but friendly for the house of Jacques Bogart, okay, because they don't do friendly, they don't do safe fragrances, they don't do fragrances that are easygoing, okay. So they do bold, big personality, edgy, artistic fragrances, and this is no exception. Although it reminds me of a few fragrances that are quite crowd pleasing, quite easygoing, quite people pleaser. For example, to some extent it reminds me of what was this, Mont Blanc individual Mont Blanc individual. So that one, the cleanliness of this fragrance, there is something like a clean linen feel to it. It reminds me of that one. There's another fragrance which is Dunhill Red Desire. This one reminds me of that one to some extent, especially that sweetness of it. This one's quite sweet, so you need to like your sweet fragrances first and foremost. For what else, just let me see. The other one is Nicole's Sculpture. Nicole's Sculpture, the original, to some extent again reminds me of that one, especially the citruses and the florals in here. It reminds me of that one very distinctly. Okay, so there, if you imagine these three together, you have this Story Red, but bolder, bigger, stronger, and edgier than those three. Beautiful. So let me read you the ingredients and we'll take it from there. So the notes breakdown is actually quite minimalistic. I smell some more stuff in here rather than what it says in the note breakdown, but nevertheless. So we have orange blossom, amber, lavender, cardamom, mint, labdanum, and cedar. So the very minimalistic note breakdown in here, it is much more complex than what it says in here. So it opens up with a huge citrus, and the citrus here is a combination of bergamot, lemon, and let's put grapefruit, and that is mixed with a massive dose of mint. So you need to like your minty fragrances, because the mint in here is huge. So it's a big dose of mint, especially for the first half of this fragrance. Is almost dominated by mint, and the mint in here is a little bit on the medicinal side, little bit on the, how shall we put it, a little bit on the herbal side, a little bit medicinal side, a little bit on the earthy side as well. So it is mint, but it's more like it goes towards peppermint as well, rather than just mint. Orange blossom is one of the biggest player in here, giving it that beautiful floral, white floral feel. And if you know, typical orange blossom in Jacques Bogart is here as well, and it makes it quite unisex. Overall, this fragrance is quite unisex to my nose. Anybody can wear it, man and woman, no problem. It's bang in the middle, 50-50. Although it's aimed for men, but it's got the characters in a way that is very unisex, at least to my nose, from my experience. The lavender makes it very aromatic, so it's very aromatic. It's very little bit herbal. The lavender in here, little bit herbal, little bit medicinal as well. Overall, I smell something like a incensey feel to it as well, which is not mentioned in no breakdown. But again, it's not one of the biggest player, but it's always there. So there's an incensey feel to it overall. The cardamom giving it that spicy body, giving it a little bit of that sensual, sexy, little bit on the evening side. Overall, this fragrance is very versatile. You can use it evening, daytime, formal, informal, special occasion, casual, anything you want. But it leans a little bit on the opulent side because it's very sweet. The sweetness in here is from 0 to 10 being the sweetest is around 7 to 8. So it's quite sweet, especially when it opens up. But later on it subsides a little bit, but not too much, okay? The labdanum here giving it that incensey feel, a little bit of that resin feel, a little bit of incensey feel. Again, it's noticeable, but it doesn't overtake. Cedar, yeah, I feel cedar and sandalwood in the base, and also a little bit of muskiness, but it's very clean. Again, in the base is very clean woods in here. There's nothing too basically challenging whatsoever. Later on, it gets woodier by the time it goes on, and also it gets a little bit darker, a little bit incensier, a little bit muskier as well. Overall, it's very ambery. Yeah, the amber is massive in here. It's a very deep, dense, sweet, medicinal amber. So it is very sweet amber, and that sweet amber is always there from the beginning to the end. So you need to like your sweet, incensey, spicy, medicinal, little bit of herbal, little bit of that earthy amber in here as well. Overall, to me, this is a no-brainer. For my taste, for my age, for my experience, this is a beautiful fragrance, especially for a price under £30. You can almost readily, it's available everywhere in your area, in your country. Google it if you're interested, Google it and see if it comes up and how much it goes for. But for me, again, this is another beautiful fragrance from House of Jacques Bogart, another hit. The only thing is there's a caveat there. The caveat is this is not for everybody. Again, a little bit on the mature side, yes. A little bit on the edgy, daring side, yes. Especially sweetness. The sweetness of it is almost there, so you need to like your sweet fragrances. but overall is I wouldn't say it's a safe blind buy. Although the price is right, if you don't like it, you can just give it as a gift to somebody else. But as always, I don't recommend blind buy in my videos for a good reason, because we all have different tastes, different lifestyle, different background, different experience in life, different climate, different cultural background, different upbringing, and so on and so forth. And all these elements have an effect in you as an individual, what you like and what you dislike in fragrances. So you as an individual, you need to work out what is your taste closer to and what is your taste is not close to. So all I can do, I explain the fragrance, I bring it to your attention, I tell you about it, I try to explain as much as possible, but at the end of the day, your responsibility is to know if it's close to your taste or not, and that comes with experience. Okay, so overall, highly recommend it. For a price, this is a bargain. In terms of performance, excellent. In terms of smell, very good. In terms of what you pay and what you get ratio is very, very good. And in terms of smell itself, as I said, it's like a combination of few fragrances in here. Montblanc Individual, the what's his name, Nikos Sculpture, the original, and also the Yop Om, the original, and a little bit of what else? Anyway, I forgot. So it's a combination of few things, just to put you in the right direction, right mental picture, what is a smell like or similar to. Although it's none of those, it's not inspired by any of those, but it's got elements of each of those in here, which makes it quite similar to those I mentioned in earlier. So overall, yes, I highly recommend it for people who like this kind of smell and they don't like, they don't want a big, bold, strong, and very, very in your face fragrance, because this is in your face. It will enter any room before you do, so you have to like this kind of fragrances. If you like fragrances that are understated, safe, if you like them to be personal, if you like them to be on the moderate side and things like that, this is not the one, because this shouts big, bold, and very, very strong, and it's always in your face and other people's face as well. Okay guys, so if you have it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this one is definitely a hidden gem. If you like to purchase one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. They are out of this world, super artistic, ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money, highest quality ingredients for the price you're paying, and they are mysterious, very artistic, very unique. There are 20 of them in my lineup. I'm the artist, I'm the perfumer, I'm the worker, so they are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in United Kingdom. I'll leave them in the link. If you want to support me by buying me a coffee, you could do that as well. I will appreciate it very much. Thank you very much as always, and I'll see you later. Bye.